Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Kathy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this angel. A few weeks ago I posted her on Julie's Reef Boutique, and I had a lot of great comments how everyone really loved it and they wanted to know how to do it, and they wanted me to post something to show them how to do it. This is my first time, so bear with me because I am kind of nervous. I really enjoyed making her, and so I'm hoping that I can show you how to do it, and you can make yours. You can make it your own way. I'm just going to give you the basics of how I made it, so just kind of bear with me. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a tomato cage. Yes, a lot of people ask me, was it a tomato cage that I used? And yes, I used the tomato cage. This one here is much bigger. She has a lot of mesh on her, and I cannot tell you how much I used because I just kept trying to fill it in and fill it in. So this one is a lot smaller. And so I'm hoping to eliminate all of that, but I still think she's going to be just as beautiful as this one here. I also have timer lights so that you can turn her on at a certain time. She'll come on and stay on for 8 hours and then go off and then come back on the next day, stay on again for another 8 hours. So, and these are like the rice lights right here. You can use the plug-in lights if you want, the Christmas type lights, if you want to use that. You will need this size mesh. This is the 10-inch, and I cut them in 10-inch squares. You will also need the 6-inch mesh, and I cut it 8 inches. You will need a styrofoam ball, and that's for her head, and a styrofoam wreath. This is a small one. I don't know if I can see how big it is. 10-inch. No, it's a number 10. I think it is a 10-inch round. I'm not sure. But anyway, no, it's a 14-inch by 9.1 inch. So, and what I did is I used this light mocha paint, and I painted her face and her arms with this. Let me see here. Oh, yes. Now, you can use cardboard or whatever, but I use this chalkboard and this jute, and this is for her hair. And so what I did is I wrapped it around so many times, you know, as much as you want for the thickness that you want for her hair. And what I did is I wrapped it around a couple times like that, and then I cut it, and I cut another piece like this, and I put it in here and tied this off. Give me just a second. And then I cut this here. If you hear vehicles going by, it's because I'm outside on my porch, and it's such a beautiful night, and it's more quiet. It's actually more quiet out here than it is in there. So but if you see that little seam right there, the other side where the knot is, that's the side that I glued to the top of her head, and I started from the front and worked my way to the back. So that's for her hair. Now, what I did, your 10-inch square. Okay, let me go ahead and adjust this. Get it down here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, you have your 10-inch square, and it's facing up. So, and then I kind of turned it sideways, and I grabbed each corner, and I started rolling them inward. And as I roll them inward, I move my fingers up. And then what I'm going to have is I'm going to have this much. And I know it seems like a lot of waste, but I wanted to do it this way because it's more feathery that way. But your rolls faces out. So then you get your zip tie and you check and see how much length you want there. I don't know if you can see, but it's sticking way out, so I'm going to pull it up some. And you can't fold it over because it would be too short then. So that's why I did it this way. Okay, there's one. All right, let's do another one. All right, so you turn it sideways, you roll it on each end, inward, move your fingers towards the one side, then you'll have like that much, and you'll have your roll like this. If you can see that. Can you see that? Okay, I hope you can. Then you go ahead and make sure it's facing out when you attach it. Make sure they're kind of even. If it's not, just pull this one up some so you have them even down there. All right, let's do one more of these now, because I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to show you the basics of how I did it, and then you can finish it out the way you want to do it. You can even change up the way you put your wings on there, your feathers on there, or whatever. But I did want to mention that her wings here is a different type of mesh, but I still cut them in 10-inch, and I used the heart reef to make the wings, and I attached her to the back, like one of these. I attached her to the back of one of these here. That's how I did that, is I attached her wings to one of those. But you can go on other channels and find out how to make the wings. That's what I did. So, and they're not perfect, but they turned out the way I want them, so it's good for me. Okay, so let's do another one here. Like I said, you want to make sure that your rolls are facing out. And the reason why I did that is because, and I may have already said that, I did that because it makes it look more feathery that way. And make sure that your wings are facing out when you attach it. And you're going to make sure that all of your feathers are all facing out, and you're going to make sure they're all the same size. And this right here basically will help fill in so that it won't be so see-through. Okay, so I'll do those three there. Now I'll go on to the next row and show you. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the next row. You're going to roll them in. You're going to move your fingers up. Make sure your rolls are facing out. And you're going to have them hanging down so that it's kind of overlapping. Thank you guys so much for all your kind comments on Julie's Reef Petite. So all of you guys that came over to watch this, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I do get nervous with this kind of stuff, but I'm just trying to give you the basics of doing this. So just bear with me here. Okay. So your next one will go like that. It will be right over top of it. And the more you do that, the more it fills in, and you do all the way around. And you just keep doing it. Now let me do another one. I'm going to do one more just so you can kind of see. Okay, I'm going to roll them in. Make sure they're even when you do it. Make sure it's facing out. Now, you can see it's already forming. Okay, so now what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you how to do the other one. We're going to use the 6 by 8 inches, and what I do is I roll them in, just roll them, and I'm pretty sure this is a basic technique that everybody uses, and I'm going to use 3 of them. And these are for her top body. So, of course, you know, we always cross them over. That's what I've seen them do that on other channels. And I use 3. I don't know, maybe you only need to use 2, but I use 3 because I want it to be filled in. And then it's kind of like that. And then these here, I just kind of tuck them over so that they, you know, kind of won't be in the way too much. Okay, so, and then you just attach these 3. Make sure they're in the middle. Okay. Okay. Now let me show you. See how they are? And then you're just going to add more and more on each frame, each of the frame. And let me do another one. Let me do one more so we can kind of see what it's going to look like. I mean, you could probably already tell, but let me just show you. Okay, so I got it some more. And on the same wire right there, I kind of tuck the, see how it's sticking out right there? I kind of tuck that around, like twist it around if I can. And then I have all my little pieces right here. And that right there will fill in this part right here. will make her body. So that's pretty much how I did it. So I'm hoping that this helps you guys. It would just take too long to stand here and do this all day. So just, you know, do what you can. Make it the way you want to make it. Now this right here, it's just in her hands to kind of make her hands look close together. I thought about trying to make a little songbook to make it look like she was singing. But it's something I got from Dollar Tree. And it has little white beads on it. And then it's also on her head. And I wrapped them little rice lights around the top, so it's kind of blinking as well for her halo. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it wasn't too complicated. So but thank you so much for all of your comments, nice comments on Julie's Reef Batik, and I hope to see some of you guys' work. Thank you for stopping by.